By a show of hands, how many of you know how to structure a good speech? In order to give an effective speech or presentation, you must have good structure. Today I'm going to give you a few tips on how to structure a good speech by using examples from the speech Obama gave following the Boston Marathon bombings. The first tip is to have an effective opening. In order to do this, we have an acronym that we use called GATE. What does GATE stand for, you ask? GATE stands for gain attention, arouse interest, tell your audience what you're going to tell them, and engage your audience. Obama is able to effectively use GATE in the opening of his speech. He gains his audience's attention by opening with the quote from a scripture. Run with endurance the race that is set before us. He is able to arouse his audience interest by touching on the tragedy that has taken place. And then, in an instant, the day's beauty was shattered. A celebration became a tragedy. Obama told his audience what he was there to give the speech for. I am here today on behalf of the American people with a simple message. Every one of us has been touched by the tragedy that has taken place on this beloved city. Every one of us stands with you. He engages his audience by thanking them. We thank you for your leadership. We thank you for your courage. We thank you for your grace. The next tip is to have good organization in your body. In order to have good organization, you can remember the power of three, also known as PO3. PO3 is grouping three things together in order to make a point, organize your thinking, or to add emphasis. Obama is able to effectively use power of three by using the past, present, future form in his body. The body of his speech starts out in the past form. You welcomed me as a young law student across the river. You welcomed Michelle too. He then moves into the present form by saying, today our prayers are with the Campbell family of Medford. They are here today. Finally, he wraps up the body of his speech in the future form. Yes, we will find you, and yes, you will face justice. We will find you, and we will hold you accountable. Tip 3 is to have an effective closing. Your closing is just as important as your opening. And just as there is an acronym for the opening, there's an acronym for the closing. LAST. LAST stands for link to the opening, assure your purpose, send a clue that your speech is wrapping up, and tell them what you've already told them. Obama successfully uses LAST in the closing of his speech. He links to the opening and sends a clue that his speech is wrapping up by using the same quote from the scripture that he opened his speech with. Run with endurance the race that is set before us. He is able to assure the purpose of his speech and tell his audience again that they will be okay and that they will make it through this tragedy by saying that's why a bomb won't beat us. That's why we won't hunker down. That's why we don't cower in fear. We carry on, we race, we strive. Developing a good speech all starts with the structure. If you remember GATE, power of three, and LAST, there is no doubt that you will be able to give a successful speech or presentation. Thank you.